Hi, my name's Yenn Purkis. I'm one of the authors of Spectrum Women. I'm the author of the employment chapter, and we'll just wish Spectrum Women a happy first birthday, first off. And I've been asked to speak about finding good clinicians, particularly good mental health clinicians for autistic people, particularly women and non-binary folks. Clinicians can be quite a problem. In my life, I've had all sorts of terrible experiences, mostly with psychiatrists who have not understood autism, have not understood me, and have made my life very difficult. I find that sometimes the people that are supposed to be helping me are in fact making my life a lot worse and making things more complicated and stressful. Sadly, clinicians as a rule do not understand autism well, and they do not understand autistic women and autistic gender diverse people well within that group. So it's quite an uphill battle to get a good one. Some of the tips I would suggest are taking an advocate into meetings with you, particularly the first meeting with a new clinician, making a list of what you want to know from them, the questions you want them to answer, and what you want them to do. Also, ask around when you're looking for a new clinician, if you have the choice in who you see, ask around other autistic people in similar circumstances to you and see what their experiences have been and who they recommend, and more importantly, who they don't recommend. Another thing to do is to be quite assertive. Now, that's something you can't sort of turn on and off. That's something you have to reach and get to, but it is a really useful skill, because the thought that a clinician is essentially a service provider that you are paying for. It's an employee. When I first saw my current psychiatrist, who I've been seeing for 4 years and I'm having quite a good experience with, one of the first things I said to him was, how do you feel about the idea that you're my employee because I'm paying you, and if I don't like the service you provide, I'm going to fire you and find another employee? Now, I asked that question not really for his response, but actually for his demeanour, for his response to being asked the question rather than an answer to the question itself. And I found that was really helpful, because he responded very well, and he goes, yes, I think that's a good approach. A lot of really arrogant clinicians, and arrogance is a real problem that clinicians can have, especially mental health clinicians, that arrogance can get in the way of them doing a good job and can actually make a really unhelpful power dynamic. So if we can avoid that power dynamic, that's fantastic. And I guess I don't like to tell people to educate others about autism, because it shouldn't be our job to educate, but maybe help them in their journey to understanding autism better, because the more autism knowledge a clinician can have, the better, and the more knowledge they have of their individual specific autistic clients, the better still. So it really is a matter of bringing them along on your journey so that they can be helpful to you. And you deserve a good experience with a clinician. You don't deserve, arrogance and dismissiveness and people being rude and unhelpful and deliberately obstructionist and all of those things. You actually deserve someone who can help you feel better. Okay, thank you. Bye.